Yay, we did it. And so we got some loot. All right, guys, we are back for episode 3 of Free to Play Solo 2.0. And why is it telling me to exit? This is gonna be the first episode in which we do a raid. I think I'm gonna be completely ready to do a raid. So you can see we've got some stuff. We're not ready for a good fight though. If we can get a good staff, then we could go Ice Mage and I think defend our base pretty well. Why is it telling me to leave? What is my thing? Visit the Shaman's Camp. Oh, that's for the quest. We're not doing it. We're not doing seasons. Talk to the owner, to tavern owner in Newheim. Visit the renewed trader shop in Newheim. And visit army camp. All of those things should be permanent, so I can do those and get those rewards. So we'll do that, especially because a lot of it's so easy to do. But then again, I probably shouldn't do it yet because I'm gonna go to Newheim later anyways. So maybe this won't be the first episode we do a raid. Maybe next episode's gonna be the first raid. All right, go to Boulder's Cliff was one of the things that I needed to do. Oh no! Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm so used to Epic Ape that I keep doing that. I hate when I do that. There we go. All right. So, I am hungry. I have not eaten. Work has been crazy. I work for a nonprofit with college students, and man, there's some crazy stuff going this week. Some love triangles and some drama. And then some like really serious stuff, like a couple that I officiated their wedding, and then they were like, you know, we might get a divorce. And it was like, holy crap, that's not good. And so working with them on that, and luckily they're doing a lot better. You know, it was traumatic what happened, and but they were able to, you know, they were able to work it out, or we were able to help them, you know, realize, you know, what's going on in each person and all that stuff. So I don't want to get into work because that's work, but it has definitely made this week crazy. And there we go, we leveled up. Hey there. So I am still recording an episode 3, Free to Play Solo 2.0. Okay. And do you have any tips for new people? Because a lot of people are going to watch this kind of thinking, you know, how am I getting started from scratch in Frostborn? Do you have any tips for them?
Shoot, I don't know. The way I get rich was doing Odins all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I did Odins every single time I could when I was starting out. And for me, I did my district as much as I could at the start also.
Got it.
But I was two-manning that process with Vigilante, and so we helped each other out quite a bit, going back and forth. If somebody had more things for their district, and we would just trade it out.
Nice. And that really is, honestly, the reason I'm doing free to play solo is because it is the hardest way to do it. You should not play solo if you can avoid it. If you got good friends to play with, this game is a lot more fun to play with friends. But I'm showing y'all the hard way, and that is doing it free to play and doing it solo. That's the hard way to play Frostborn. But he's exactly right with Odins. We are not there yet. You know, we're still level 11, but we're actually going to get there a lot faster in this series than I did in the original free to play series, because a lot has changed, but there's just ways of doing it faster, and so we're gonna get doing that. Probably, I imagine by episode 7 even we might be starting on doing Odins, and it is the secret, it is the key to getting rich.
Yeah, then after that, the north is the next secret to getting rich. I mean, you get copper, and you get so many more of each resource when you farm it. That's by far the next step.
And yeah, I definitely.
I know that's way down the line. I we were talking about super early, but that's the two real ways that I got really wealthy.
Yeah.
But free to play, just do the quests you have each day, get your silver, do the cursed town and the little events that pop up, because those have pretty decent little rewards.
Yeah, yeah, that's good advice right there. Yeah, and we'll be doing all of that in this series. The cursed town we are already ready for. And so that might even pop up this episode. So we'll see. I'm going to, after this episode, I am going to be getting on with Joris, and we're going to do a PvP episode. So it's very advanced. If you're just on episode 3, you don't need to go watch it. But if you're getting to the point where you're wanting to do more PvP, having someone like me who's pretty normal in this game. I don't play as much. I mean, sometimes you might watch some videos, and I've got some good clips, but I also have a lot of bad clips. I'm pretty average, and so having someone like Joris, who's definitely not average, is very good at PvP, teach someone normal like me, it really is helpful for the viewers, for people that are wanting to get good at this game. So that's why we did it. That's why we set it up that way. Now, I don't know if this is possible in the axe. Nope, it is. Yep. So you really you don't have to go through the motion. You just open the same chest multiple times. Anytime you see a quest that says open the chest multiple times, or open lots of chests, you can just open the same one over and over again, which is really nice for completing tasks.
Some of them are fixed, like the class upgrades. You do have to do more than one chest, but I don't know which ones are fixed and which ones aren't.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes they're fixed and then they get unfixed with different updates. It feels like that's what keeps happening, because there's times when I'm like, oh, they fixed this, and then you know, a few updates later, it's got a problem again.
Rebroken.
Yeah. Alright guys, so we've been mining. We got to level 12. We're just leveling up like crazy. And then we unlocked some runes from our... So these are our first runes. First free-to-play runes. These are... Okay, Bandit, that's very good. Rogue, not so good. Healer, Berserk. Ice Mage. We were hoping. We might go Ice Mage with this account. So we got our first rune. And then Bandit, I don't know if it's still going to be OP by the time we get there. But, and also I don't know how, one thing I'm excited about with this free-to-play series, this new free-to-play series, is seeing how the game scales with all of the new updates. And one of the new updates is pets. Everyone who's dealing with pets right now are interacting with it as a... new, you know, basically they're all high level interacting with pets, starting with low level, but we are going to hopefully get pets. We're not doing the season, so we will, maybe the next episode or the next season, they're gonna just allow pets to be found somewhere, hopefully. And if that's the case, then we'll be able to start leveling up pets at the same time we're leveling up. And I don't think we share experience, but that is something that we will get to find out. All right, guys. Well, we have finished farming this zone, and we are level 13. So it's still getting 3 levels per farming 1 green zone, which is pretty amazing. I did forget that, you know, one thing that you got to kind of do when you're this low level is you really need to make sure you're looting all of the these guys. You need the rope. You will never need the rope once you're higher level, but you need the rope. You definitely need the leather. You might even need the meat, though I don't. Yeah, you will, because you'll turn it into jerky. So basically, there's some things you won't, like, you'll see I totally always ignore on my higher level accounts that you definitely do need on the lower level accounts. And so you got to keep that in mind. Something that Joris mentioned that I think, oh, this is a really good point that I should mention. And it's a little early. Like, you may, it's not too early. You're going to feel okay. So we're going to go ahead and enter popular, which I normally enter my own because I'm building that district. But if you enter popular, now I'm in this guy's. It said I built a bank in the district, even though, oh, I don't know. Maybe that is how it is. Okay, so anyways, you click on the founder statue and you click use. This now creates the secret grove, and the secret grove is so important. And so yeah, the secret grove didn't exist when I think when I started the free-to-play solo series last time. It definitely didn't exist when I first started playing this game. They added it because people were upset that you couldn't get yellow zone stuff that wasn't, PvP, and so they added a yellow zone that's PvP free. Here's the secret grove. We got 1 hour to complete it. There's no PvP in this zone, though honestly at this level the other zones are not really that dangerous PvP wise. But the nice thing about the secret grove is you don't have to worry about PvP at all. Not even other low level people. You can just kind of take your time. You got 1 hour to clear it. And so we're gonna go through here and find the tomb. It is good. You're gonna want to loot these boxes because it's a yellow zone. You can see all 3 boxes there, but the main thing is doing this. I don't have a ton of healing. I just grabbed some food. I don't need a lot of healing, and I might find it in boxes just as fast as I need it, but I might need healing for the final boss, so we'll see. Alright, let's see if we get any healing from this. Boom! Lots of healing. See if we get any healing from this. Boom! More healing. Oh, and a better weapon. 24:18. Boom, baby. Look at that. The game is providing for us. Alright. I'm gonna switch to a bow. Alright, so I'm going in here sneaking. Look at that, 86 damage. Should be able to one-shot this guy. Like that. This guy will not get one-shotted. But he got two-shotted. And this guy would have gotten one-shotted if we still had the buff, but we did not get the buff. So we're getting a sneak attack on every single one of these guys. Guys, if you have not watched my main channel video on the 20 different types of tombs, the reason I know which way to go in this situation is because of all the work I did in that video. This is called the Bull. And this is the tomb called the Bull, and basically I've done it enough times I know where to go. So gonna eat more food, save my bandages for when I'm really struggling. So there's usually a giant. There it is. I'm gonna stick to the bow on this one. This is why I brought the bow. And we're going to be able to build a lot of level 1 bows. And this is the way to kill these guys when you're poor. So you get your first 5-shot crossbow. And then you just milk that thing for everything it's worth. And by that I mean you never use it unless you've got 40 giants you're killing at the same time. Alright, so we're going to heal up. So this sorcerer, I don't have shoes on, so I am not going to be able to avoid getting hit, like, ever. But this is a way to avoid getting hit. 1, 2. And then he's going to hit me once because I don't have shoes on and I can't get away fast enough. But he's not doing too much damage too fast, so. And it's just like this. You can also do one hit like that, and then he won't get the hit on as well. But that's really slow. Obviously, you're getting one hit at a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 hits and get hit once by him. So actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm too weak. I can't do it. So I shouldn't have done that. I got hit again. Alright, that's fine. I got a bandage. Gonna heal up. But I need to stop doing that. Okay, actually, I will do it as long as I have this activated. Because I get that extra damage with each hit. He gets extra damage, so. But I am getting it with both hits, so. It, I think, is worth it. After that, I'm going 1 hit. Yay, we did it. And so we got some loot. We did not get the wand that I was hoping for. Now, if you see this, you say, wow, we got a shard, a rune shard. You can get runes free to play. That's all fake. I mean, those aren't real. Like, I guess theoretically they are real in the sense that every time I do that, I can get one. And every time I get, so this right here, the ghost flowers, very important. You are going to need those. Collect every single one you can find. There will come a time in the beginning you're like, what are these stupid flowers for? They're very important. Grab them. Honestly, there are, you can't buy them very well, so there are pay-to-win players that will spend a lot of money on ghost flowers, so you can actually trade ghost flowers with people. I mean, you'll probably use them for your own district, but if you don't, you can probably trade with people that have really good stuff for just ghost flowers. You can just get a bunch of ghost flowers and they'll trade them for you because you can turn them into dispel potions, which is the best item, the best potion in the game. So, and one that people use a lot of and need a lot for PvP. So, okay, so we did our tomb. We killed the boss of the secret grove. So in some ways, it's a secret boss. That might be what I name this episode. I found a secret boss. I don't know. Anyways, but I don't want to. That I think people might feel like that's too clickbaity. It's such a good title, though. I don't know. Anyways, so get these guys, open these chests, take the loot, and that's the secret grove. The main thing to keep in mind about the secret grove is that it is a yellow zone. You get all the benefits of a yellow zone, but you will never ever match with anyone. These chests right here, for those of you who don't know, you have to have different classes. So actually the healer is one I have not learned yet. So what do I need to get? So I've reached level 10 and I need to inflict damage with a staff, 500. So I don't have a staff. That's kind of what I'm going for. And so I definitely want Healer 1. Healer 1 will make a big difference, and you have to have Healer 1 for Odins, to be able to do Odins. But it's pretty easy. Once we get a staff, I could probably use the healing staff, or those green staves that I have at home. And so we'll do that in another episode. We do need to get to... I want to do a raid. Now, here's a little secret, and I'll mention this in the next episode as well, because that's going to be the one that's really about raiding. But from what I hear from people, if I never raid, if I never hit that raid button, I will never get matched in a raid. Even if I'm hit level 10, you get further level 10, I will never get matched in a raid. No one will ever match with me. That's pretty scary for me to trust. And I think raiding's fun, especially at low levels. So I don't necessarily recommend it, but it is something that people need to know. If you're scared of raiding, then wait to hit that raid button, because you can just keep leveling up, is what I've heard. And this account has sat at level 10 for 2 weeks, and I have not gotten matched. So there is some merit to it. I'm just worried to tell you guys, and then you get raided. So maybe try it out for a while. Keep your stuff in your vault, your best stuff in your vault, and try to spend as much, when you're worried about raiding. And I'll show you this in the next episode. You really want to kind of like use everything and hide everything. And so anyways, that's it, guys. We did a lot in this episode. We got almost 4 levels, and we got pretty prepared for raid. I really wanted a wand, but I might use one of these healing wands to get healer level 1, and then healer level 1 will let me use this one, the healer staff, which is not horrible. It's got 22 DPS, whereas like this is like 18 DPS, and it's range, so this is like 24 DPS. A range 22 is better than a 24, especially in raid defense. Being the healer lets me heal myself. I also get a 20% resistance to physical or melee attacks. So there's definitely, which at low levels that can happen. So there's definitely some benefits to the healer. But at the end of the day, I really hope that I can get a mage staff and then get the combo of an ice mage. That's my hope. So, but that will be next episode. And so that's going to be a fun one, being able to do the raid. All right, guys. See you next time.